The Capricorn full moon on July 10th occurs at 18 degrees, 50 minutes of Capricorn in your chart. And this is always a full moon where we check in on how the year is going. What is working? What is not? What have you accomplished? What is now important? There is the energy of assessment here and looking at the bigger picture of your priorities and what matters. With the Capricorn full moon, we also take inventory and take stock of what we have done that we're proud of, that is paying off and bringing in results. But there is also an understanding that we need to make changes and improvements in order to get where we want to go next with that ambitious, goal-oriented energy of Capricorn. So the moon is at 18 degrees, 50 minutes of Capricorn, and that means the sun is in the opposite area of your chart at 18 degrees, 50 minutes of Cancer. The sun is highlighting where you want to take a break, spend time with loved ones, where you're ready for more relaxation, and you would like to detach and step away from all the responsibilities of the outer world. This could be a time when you realize that maybe you have a vacation coming up and you need to hit some deadlines or get some projects done before fully enjoying the time off. This could also be a time when you're looking at, where is my life out of balance? Every full moon is meant to illuminate areas of our lives that we see in a new light, and we understand the needs of each part of ourselves and each part of our lives. So that Capricorn full moon, which is associated with not only those goals, but being productive, what is public or viewable, what you are putting energy into for the long term, that's the energy of where we have to work hard to earn what we have and to keep going towards whatever we want next. The opposite energy of Cancer is where we soften. We tap into our hearts and what we're really feeling. And there's a desire here to honor where you need a break, where maybe something has pulled you or stretched you too far. There's a sense of, I'm going to bring these two parts of my life back into greater balance because I'm seeing what's out of balance, and I'm also understanding what I need in both areas of my life. And so with the moon in Capricorn, the moon is about our needs. You're going to understand what you need to do and take care of. At the same time, perhaps have a deeper connection to what matters at the end of the day, and where you go at the end of the day to unwind, step back, and give yourself a break. I always feel like this Capricorn full moon, it puts us in this higher perspective, and we basically can reassess, this is what I'm going to work on now, and this is what I'm going to let go of. Now, the other part of this particular full moon involves Mars in Virgo, and we also have the South Node in Virgo. So the Virgo energies are bringing your attention to daily matters, what is, again, working and not working, and what you want to continue to produce. And as Mars gets closer to that South Node in Virgo, there's a completion where you might decide, I don't want this anymore, this isn't working, I don't need this, I'm not going to continue to spin my wheels, I don't want my daily energy to continue to involve this. And it can be a change in how you run energy on a daily basis. What I mean by that is that we can be unconscious around how we are operating in our lives. And it's because it's subjective. It's just how you live your life. It's where you go in a day. It's how you approach your responsibilities. It's what you eat. It's where you fit in your exercise routines or what you do at the end of the day to unwind. And you might be realizing that there are parts of your life that you want to change up and do differently. And that's because of how these big energies of 2025 are affecting us and how we run energy, how we are feeling the big energies of this year. You could find that there's areas of your life that, yes, are more stressful or are bringing up more that requires your attention and devotion. You might also realize, I don't want to live like this. I don't want my life to look like this anymore. I don't want this to be something I have to take care of, or I don't want certain parts of my life to dominate. There could also be an understanding of where your body is requiring more from you, and it's showing up in your sleep, in your health, in your energy level, through a pain, or just any kind of communication from your physical self signaling something is not working here. So this particular full moon is asking you to look at what is performing well in your life, but be honest with yourself about what is not. And this could bring up what you've been maybe delaying or pushing off. There could be a sense of, I need to take care of this. I need to improve this. And Mars in Virgo wants to do that. That is the improver. It's the coach. Mars in Virgo, let's do better. Let's see what else we can try. Let's get a better result here. So I feel like this particular Capricorn full moon is going to show you what those next steps could be, especially ones that you want to lock in and practice, something you want to maybe change in your world that supports your energy even more. There's also the message here of looking at what you can let go of, be free from it, and not feel guilty about it. And that's because the North Node in Pisces is now at 21 degrees, making a supportive sextile to the Capricorn full moon. And that North Node in Pisces is showing you what's complete for you so that you can open up space for it's like a looser energy, a more free energy, because I think of how the Virgo energy is what we have to work for. We have to put in the time, improve, perfect, try it again, understand the skills involved. The Virgo energy shows us that, okay, I have applied myself to this particular task in order to get it done. The opposite energy of Pisces, that North Node in Pisces, is where you're complete and you open up the energy and you create a void so that something else can arrive, even if you don't know what it is yet. And so that's why I see the Virgo energy as maybe being more tight, like I'm seeing a knot. A good knot, but it's like I created this knot, and then I'm seeing the Pisces energy as the loosening of that and the unraveling and letting it go so that you can be open to the next possibilities. And because this nodal axis is in Pisces and Virgo, we're meant to be making adjustments based on what serves us emotionally and energetically, instead of only making those choices based on what we have to do physically and mentally. So there is a sense of I'm seeing like this turning point, but it's turning towards the North Node in Pisces of I'm ready to phase out something that is no longer supporting my emotional, spiritual, energetic well-being to loosen up the reins, loosen up any knots, and set yourself free, because it feels like I'm just getting this visual of like, it feels like we are meant to have space available for what hasn't arrived yet this year. And August and September are really dynamic months. And so this is, again, going back to that word assessment. It's assessing, where can I allow some more open, free space in my life and in myself, so that what is going to be developing and showing up in August and September will have a place in my world, or at least have space in my energy field. And so you could look back on how you started 2025 and understand more about what this year has been for you in terms of life changes, which is a huge theme for everyone this year. And this Capricorn full moon could be in your executive decision-making power of saying yes to one thing and no to another. The moon in Capricorn has boundaries, has restrictions, has limitations, and can say, no, I don't want that. No, that's not for me. I don't have time. I'm not interested. So be in that part of yourself. Be in a place of saying no in a truthful, honest way, so that you can be ready and have a yes for what the second half of this year will continue to usher in. I also have a video here on YouTube going through this Capricorn full moon chart even more specifically. So please check that out. And as always, thank you for joining me here. I hope that this supports you and resonates with anything that's coming up for you around July 10th.